Chapter 8, Human Health and Diseases. The term health is very frequently used by everybody. So how do we define it? Health does not simply mean absence of disease or physical fitness. It could be defined as a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being. When people are healthy, they are more efficient at work. This increases productivity and brings economic prosperity. Health also increases longevity of people and reduces infant and maternal mortality. Balanced diet, personal hygiene, and regular exercise are very important to maintain good health. Yoga has been practiced since time to achieve physical and mental health. Awareness about disease and their effect on different body functions, vaccinations against infectious disease, proper disposal of waste, control of vector, and maintenance of hygienic food and water resources are necessary for achieving good health. Health is affected by genetic disorders. What is genetic disorder? So deficiency with which a child is born and deficiency with the child inherit from parent from birth. Then changes in life cycle. Life cycle including food and water we take, rest and exercise we give to our body, habits that we have or lack, etc. Mind influences immune system through neural and endocrine system and thereby health. When the functioning of organs or systems of the body is adversely affected, it is called a disease. There are two types of disease, infectious and non-infectious. So, disease which can transmit from one person to another, it is known as infectious disease, and disease that cannot transmit from one person to another, it is known as non-infectious disease. Disease causing organisms, they are called pathogens. Parasites are pathogens as they harm the host. Then there is interesting hypothesis, it is good humor hypothesis. It is proposed by Hippocrates and Indian Ayurveda system. It states that health is a state of body and mind where there is a balance of certain humors. Persons with black bile belong to hot personality and would have fevers. William Harvey disapproved this hypothesis. He discovered blood circulation and demonstrated normal body temperature with the help of thermometer in persons with black bile using thermometer. You can observe four types of humor: blood, yellow bile, black bile and phlegma. So the person having black bile, it belong to hot personality and would have fever. That is good humor hypothesis. Then there are common infectious diseases in men. First, bacterial diseases, in which first it is typhoid. It is very common disease. The pathogen which is responsible for typhoid, it is Salmonella typhi. It enters small intestine through food and water and migrates to other organs via blood. In this way, it affects the human. The common symptoms, as we know: sustained high fever, headache, weakness, stomach pain, constipation and loss of appetite. Intestinal perforation and death may also occur in case of severe typhoid. Vidal test is used for confirmation of this disease. There is another interesting story behind the name typhoid. Mary Mellon, nicknamed Typhoid Mary, she was a professional cook. She was a typhoid carrier who continued to spread typhoid for several years through the food she prepared. Second is pneumonia. Pneumonia, as we know, it infects the lung alveoli. The alveoli get filled with fluid that leading to respiratory problem. As you can observe in the figure, normal air sac and inflamed air sac filled with fluid, that is pneumonia. The pathogen which is responsible for pneumonia, it is Streptococcus pneumoniae and Haemophilus influenza. By inhaling the droplet that is released by an infected person or sharing glasses and utensil with an infected person, the Streptococcus pneumoniae or Haemophilus influenza can enter in our body. What are the common symptoms? Respiratory problems, which is the main symptoms, then fever, chills, cough, headache. In severe cases, lips and fingernails turn grey to bluish color. So that is the characteristic feature of this pneumonia. Then there are viral diseases. First, it is common cold. Everyone know everything about this common cold. It infects nose and respiratory passage but not lungs. It lasts for 3 to 7 days. The pathogen which is responsible for common cold, it is rhinovirus. What is the mode of transmission? So inhaling droplet resulting from cough or sneezes through contaminated object. It can also enter our body. What are the common symptoms? So nasal congestion and discharge, fever, headache, sore throat, cough, hoarseness and tiredness. Second are protozoans diseases. First it is malaria. We know that it is because of Plasmodium vivax or Plasmodium falciparum or Plasmodium malariae. Plasmodium falciparum causes most serious type of malaria, that is malignant malaria. By biting of female Anopheles mosquito, not male, by biting of female Anopheles mosquito, these protozoans enter our body. Symptoms is Hemozine causes chills and high fever recurring every 3 to 4 days. Hemozoin, that is toxin which is released by Plasmodium. You can observe gametocyst of Plasmodium falciparum in the blood, and that is female Anopheles mosquito. Life cycle of Plasmodium, as you can observe in the figure, Plasmodium enters the human body as sporozoid that is infectious form, through the bite of infected female Anopheles mosquito. The parasites initially multiply within the liver cells and then attack the red blood cells, resulting in their rupture. The rupture of RBC is associated with the release of toxic substance, that is hemozoin, which is responsible for the chill and high fever that is recurring every 3 to 4 days. When a female Anopheles mosquito bites an infected person, these parasites enter the mosquito's body and undergo further development. The parasites multiply within them to form sporozoids that are stored in their salivary glands. When this mosquito bites a human, these sporozoids are introduced into his or her body through their saliva, thereby initiating the events which we have discussed above. It is interesting to note that the malarial parasite, it requires two hosts, as you can observe, human and mosquito, to complete its life cycle. The female Anopheles mosquito is the vector. Vector means transmitting agent too. So this is the life cycle of Plasmodium that we have just discussed. Second is amoebiasis or amoeboic dysentery. The pathogen that is responsible for amoebiasis, it is Entamoeba histolytica. House flies, they are mechanical carriers and transmit parasites from feces to food and water. What are the common symptoms? Constipation, abdominal pain and cramps, stools with excess mucus and blood clots. Then there are helminth diseases, in which Ascariasis, the pathogen which is responsible for Ascariasis, it is Ascaris and it is intestinal parasite. What is the mode of transmissions? So soil, water, vegetables, fruits, etc. Contaminated with feces containing eggs of parasites. Which are the common symptoms? Internal bleeding, muscular pain, fever, anemia and blockage of intestinal passage. Second is filariasis or elephantiasis. The pathogen that is responsible for this filariasis is filarial worms or Wuchereria. Bite of female Culex mosquito can enter this filarial worms in the human body or Wuchereria in the human body. Filarial worms live in the lymphatic vessels, usually in the lower limbs. It causes chronic inflammation of the organ in which they live for many years. Limbs and genital organs may be deformed, as you can observe in the figure. Limbs and genital organs, they are deformed. Then there are fungal diseases. Ringworm, the pathogen that is responsible for ringworm, it is Microsporum, Trichophyton, and Epidermophyton. They are seen in growing between toes, etc. From soil or by using towels, cloth, comb of the infected person, or heat and moisture help to fungi grow. So this way they can transmit into human. The common symptoms are dry, scaly lesions on skin, nails, scalp, or intense itching. Then how can we prevent and get control over these diseases? So first, personal hygiene. We have to keep the body clean. We have to use clean drinking water and food. We have to do proper disposal of waste and excreta. Then periodic cleaning and disinfection of water reservoirs, pools, cesspools and tanks. We have to avoid contact with infected persons or their belongings. Standard practice of hygiene in public catering, and control and eliminate vectors, that is mosquito. So how can we control and eliminate vectors that is mosquito? So we have to avoid stagnation of water, regular cleaning of household coolers, use of mosquito nets. As you can observe in this structure, introduce larvivorous fish like Gambusa in points or guppy. They are the larvivorous fish. They eat the larva of insect. Then spraying insecticide in ditches, drainage and swamps. Provide doors and windows with wire mesh. Vaccines and immunization help to control diseases like smallpox, polio, diphtheria, pneumonia, and tetanus. Drugs like antibiotic also help to treat infectious diseases.